This podcast absolutely, unequivocally, positively, 100% contains adult material. Mature audiences only, please.
Hey, welcome back to Me and Mrs. Always Right. I'm your host, Me.
And I'm Mrs. Always Right.
And we're bringing you the ADHD of podcasting from that little trailer park in Canton, Texas. Canton.
Canteen?
Nope.
No, Canton. Yes, it's in Van Zant County. They're in East Texas, and it has the first Monday Tray Days all the time, continuously. I mean, I don't know what else to say about that. I've never been. I would like to go.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, and I think that you agreed one time that it would be okay with you.
There's certain things I only agree to because we're married.
What?
It's like, well, yeah.
You just,
I mean, I would
just
never.
to appease me and shut me up. You're like,
No.
Just
to appease you and make you happy.
no.
Not to show you. I love it when you talk.
No, you don't.
Most of the time.
I got fleas.
Oh, we're unplanningly wearing the
yes,
same damn shirt.
Yes, we actually do have on the same shirt today. That's awesome.
Yeah, and today was a busy day. Oh yeah.
Very
Yeah,
busy.
we had to get some trees trimmed and some yard work done, and it has been a long day. But with that being said, we hope you have been enjoying the show. We appreciate all the support everybody's given. We have we received a gift from a Patreon that referred back to a previous episode.
Well, not that they referred back. They actually, that's how far back they are. They're listening to all the episodes. They don't always have time, which we understand. We're just proud that you listen, and we appreciate it. So one of our listeners listened to this episode and immediately said, I have got to buy them something and send it to them. And they did. And if y'all are caught up, when I show you what this gift is, you're gonna know immediately what the episode was. If you don't, if you haven't listened to all of them, find it. It's episode 144 or 141?
It was the rodeo. No, because this is only like 142, baby. It was the rodeo
Maybe it was
episode.
137.
Somewhere around in there.
I don't even know.
Somewhere around in there.
Something. I love this thing. It is so funny. And you knew immediately when I showed you what episode it was, too.
Of course I know. I run the show.
I know. But, okay, guys, here it is. It's a little symbol monkey. Is it not the fucking cutest thing? Look at that.
That's cute. You actually being a symbol monkey, not cute.
I love this thing. He's so fucking cute. Look, he got
a little butt.
Got little patches on his butt and little symbols. And I love the little dead face. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's fucking, I fucking love it. So thank you, listener. And
actually, he's not just a listener. He's a Patreon member.
That's true. But if any other listener ever wants to send us anything, absolutely. Just email us.
Not herpes. Please don't send us herpes.
Okay. Gonna sip of herpes?
Yeah, sure. We'll take it all.
Okay.
If you're going to send it, send the full package.
Yeah. So if you want to send us something, send us an email at meandmrsalwaysright@gmail.com and let us know. And when people really want to really start sending us stuff, I will actually get a post office box.
What's that?
They can actually send us stuff at.
Maybe we should get one. We're expanding the business. Okay.
We're trying.
We're trying. Yeah,
yes.
we're growing a little, and I'm looking to get into more podcast editing and stuff. Which is going to be under our Roadcat Media brand, where I can help edit. If anybody wants to start a podcast and needs some friendly,
advice.
Not outrageously priced editing, but not bottom basement editing, somewhere in the middle.
Right. I think you do a great job at editing.
I do okay for somebody who, just started 5 years ago.
5?
No, 2.5.
I know. I'm always fucking with something.
It's always something.
Always messing with something. But see how yours is like mouth level? Mine was not mouth level. So
there's other things we can make mouth level.
Hey. Yes, sir.
No, hey.
Yes, there
So
is.
we got into a little bit of an argument before the show.
Okay, it wasn't an argument. It
A
was
discussion.
more
A discussion.
Exactly, discussion. That's what we
Okay,
do. We
not
discuss.
not to shut you up or appease you.
That's exactly what you're doing.
Can I talk?
Go ahead.
We
We
don't
want
play-
to know. Sorry, I just had to do it. Just
see
to...
you next Tuesday. Fuck.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. We don't plan the show. And so we get to a topic and she wants to discuss family vacations. And I feel bad because growing up, I didn't have any family vacations.
I mean, what I consider a vacation is, going a couple of days, maybe staying with family or whatever that you don't have to really cook or clean or anything like that. And you're saying that is not a vacation.
I am saying that is not a vacation.
It is a vacation. Okay. So when we went down, when my niece got married in Louisiana and we stayed with family, do you not consider was that not a vacation?
The trips we take to see family are not vacations.
Yes, they can be.
No, vacations are going to Grand Canyon or
No.
Oh yeah.
No.
Going to the beach, going somewhere and doing something is a vacation, okay?
Going
The only
somewhere
time you can't count.
that's not your house.
No, you can't
and
count family
staying-
because my family all grew up in fucking trailer parks. So it's like going from just one version of a shitty house to another version of a shitty house.
Doesn't matter.
Except when we went to my rich grandma's where I wasn't allowed to touch shit.
Well, that's because you melted crayons. I'm
That
just
may
saying.
be true, but I wasn't allowed to touch shit before that either.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's
and not
because
to
it
mention, I'm going to get back to your fucking
Vacation?
family vacation.
Uh-huh.
But at about 12 or 13 years old,
Yes.
I was growing out a mullet, and it was sexy as fuck. And
Oh my God.
babe, you seen the picture? You
I
saw how
have-
hot I looked.
I've seen the
Okay,
picture,
I've
and
gotta
you're not
find
as
it.
hot as you think
Actually,
you are.
I gotta find it and post that one for Facebook. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I was what I would refer to
Heartbreaker.
heartthrob. Okay.
Oh, heartthrob,
Heartthrob.
not heartbreaker. You are
But
a
I had
heartbreaker.
this badass fucking mullet going on, right?
Okay.
Round about middle school.
Yeah.
And we went on a family This is why I don't like family vacations, to see the rich grandmother, okay?
Okay.
The rich grandmother owned a beauty parlor in her garage. The house
Oh, nice.
Well,
okay.
this is why they're my rich grandparents, okay? He had a house built and in the garage.
Mhm.
Off to the side, 2-car garage. Off to the side, she had her own beauty parlor, and that's where she ran her beauty parlor. Was out of that side of the garage.
You know what? And it doesn't sound odd to me because way back in the day, I remember my stepmom going to the beauty salon and getting a haircut, and it was run out of a house of a woman that she knew, but they had, the chairs and everything else. So back then, it's understandable, and I get it.
Okay, anybody can run a business out of their house. I'll start a hair salon in my fucking bedroom. So we go on one of these family vacations.
Okay.
We lived about 4 hours away. So she wants to go visit her parents. My mom.
Okay.
And we get there, and they're having a conversation. And I can hear them in the fucking living room. I'm not melting crayons at this time. This is a couple of years past that. I'm over that. I'm trying to fuck something else up. I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
I'm sure. And well, they had all this fancy shit in their house, like organs. They had like this electric organ. It wasn't a piano.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, it was like the fun machine. Do you remember that? You
Oh,
probably
yeah.
don't remember that.
Yeah.
But so I hear in the conversation about a haircut, right? And I'm like, I don't want a fucking haircut. I love it. Goldilocks, right? Blonde. Babe.
You
heartthrob.
were-
Heartthrob, okay? And she's like, no, I'll just trim it. Now, my definition of a trim is you take it about that
this
much off. Yes.
Yeah, I mean barely.
Man, as soon as
and
I
that's
sat in
not
that
a
chair,
trim.
that's not.
It's not a trim.
But
a
I sat in that
trim
chair.
is a good inch.
Either way it went. All right, my hair was nowhere near as long as it is now, but it was longer.
Okay.
She didn't like it. I sat in that chair and she threw that cape around me. And before I could get out of that chair, I heard, "Meow."
No.
Oh, yeah.
She shaved your head?
Had a guard on there,
Oh no. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
gone.
still
gone, and nothing I could do.
like all of it.
No, she wanted me to have a boy haircut.
Oh,
Oh, I was so fucking mad.
Was your mom mad too?
No.
No.
No, because she was just as scared of her as I was.
Y'all were
Ain't nobody
scared
gonna
of your
fucking
rich grandma?
She was mean.
She was mean.
She was.
You had a mean
One day
rich
you asked my
grandma.
mama. You asked my mama if she was a mean old lady.
Okay.
Mean.
You know, I think when you get old, you just get mean. Maybe.
And she had 3 kids. Right, my rich grandma had 3 kids.
Okay.
One of them turned out to be what she would probably call very successful. You know, he had a prestigious career in the military, ended up at high ranks, retired from the military, married a proper woman, had proper kids, not the deviants that apparently my mom had, okay? Then my mom was in the middle, and she had a younger brother, a very, very younger brother, significant enough to where he was in the house when both of them were grown and gone.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So he was the baby. So basically, my uncle was the very successful, ongoing, going to be president one day type guy.
The older uncle.
And my mom was the one who just, banged Harley riders. That was it. Okay.
Okay. And what about the younger brother?
He doesn't matter right now because in this context, he was still a kid.
Okay.
He still couldn't do anything wrong.
Well, of course. I mean, usually the baby doesn't. So
every time I went over there, it was always like when she would see me.
Aww.
I know. What the fuck?
That's mean for a grandma to do. I would
don't think
never
she
do
cared.
that to any of my grandkids.
Because we love them.
We do,
and they're
love
okay.
them. Yeah, I mean, they have their moments.
They're deviant. Well,
I mean,
if they're trying to hold herself into a car seat because they're about to get murdered, I get it. But
not murdered, but getting an ass whooping.
No,
that's
I
for
hear
sure.
You. But yeah, no, I mean, so I always felt every time I had to go over. That's why none of this was ever a vacation to me. And those are basically the only people we would take trips to see because they're the only people we knew.
All right, but now we've taken vacation and we've gone to see your mom. I mean, would you not consider that a vacation?
I would consider that a vacation simply based on the fact that we went places outside of just staying in her house.
Oh, okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
So if you go to family's house and you don't do anything outside of the house, it's not
a vacation. But you can use a family member's house as kind of a hub. Right?
Right.
So you don't have to pay hotels in whatever Airbnb, whatever you're doing.
Right.
But run your vacation out of that hub. Yeah, that's a vacation. As long as you're going and doing things that you haven't done before. When we took our trip, we've been to Vegas, vacation, right? Yes. Went on a cruise, vacation.
Yes.
Our honeymoon, we went to Galveston and stayed in a hotel, vacation.
Yes.
What else have we done? We went to Georgia. We went to various sites there.
We've been,
those are vacations. Even our cheap trip, which I consider cheap, when we went to the Diamond National Park in Arkansas.
That was so much fun.
It was fun. And through Branson, Missouri, and coming back through, I used to live in Joplin. Mm-hmm. Coming back, vacation. Right?
Okay. All right. Well, I guess I really have taken away from my children because we went on vacation every year when they were little, and we went to a relative's house and we stayed for a week, and they absolutely
were those relatives
loved
nice
it.
To your kids?
Yes.
Okay,
and
could
they
be considered
had
a vacation.
Kids, and they had kids around my kids' age. And the kids always got to go outside and play. They lived way out in the country in the middle of absolutely nowhere. And the most exciting stuff we did actually was go to the bigger city that was close to them, and we'd go walk the mall or something like that. I mean, we never went really anywhere.
But you didn't stay in the house. And even going to Louisiana to see your sister.
Oh, that's not the place I was talking about.
I'm talking from my point of view, if I may. Hang on, let me try it this way.
If you want to talk, go right ahead.
Since you're running the podcast, let me try.
No, I'm not.
May I chime in here, Mrs. Always Right?
Go right ahead.
Thank you very much. Go ahead. Even going to your sisters in Louisiana.
Yes,
that was a vacation for me because I didn't get to experience none of that before.
Okay,
and their area of town, there's plenty still for me to do there, even on their property. That's what I'm saying. They got the farm, the ranch, what do you want to call it, ranch, farm, or whatever. Mm-hmm. That was an experience for me. I would consider that a vacation.
Now, but would you like to go every couple of years or something like that, would you still consider that a vacation?
If we got to go,
if we went,
if we go and we've been horseback riding there. Well, I have. Oh, Nikki fell off. Oh my God. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Oh my God. But the horseback riding and all that stuff, yeah, I had fun. That's stuff, that I don't get to do very often. If we go to my mom's and hang out, and nothing against my mom yet. If we go to my mom's and just hang out at her house, not a vacation. Right?
But she has a swimming pool. So
still not a vacation.
But you're not having to cook or clean.
I don't cook or clean anyway.
I mean, well, that's true, but I do. So
my
that's
whole
a vacation.
life's a fucking vacation, right?
So it would be definitely a vacation for me because I don't have to cook or clean or drive or anything. Why didn't you tell me? And I would have stopped talking.
People can still hear it. They know the trademarks back there.
Okay. Well, I mean, next time I can pause.
But you got to go places like the Grand Canyon as a kid, right?
When I was a child.
Disney World or Land or whatever. And
yeah, whatever's up.
Yeah. So you got to do that stuff as a child.
No, we didn't
I got
do that every...
between grandparents. That was like a new adventure, right? Are they still alive? Is what's going on here or there? And that was just my childhood.
When I was a kid, we didn't go on vacation a whole lot, but we did go on vacations. We didn't do it every year or anything like that, but I do remember going to the Grand Canyon and going to Carlsbad Caverns and Disney World or whatever it was.
Whatever.
The first
had to have been whatever one's in California, right?
Yes.
Because y'all were heading out to the West Coast.
No, actually, we were coming back from
California. No, I'm kidding. You were coming back from where?
From Oregon.
Oregon?
Yes. I remember...
The heart or the liver?
The brain.
Oregon, baby.
Oregon.
Thank you.
What'd I say?
Oregon.
Whatever. It's all the same. It's the same.
Yeah.
You knew what I was talking about.
Oh, I knew.
Okay,
but we probably have listeners that don't speak Texan is all I'm saying. And I'm just here to translate.
Okay, thank you. So I remember the very first airplane ride I ever went on. Okay. My stepmother had what?
The can's crinkling and go ahead.
Go ahead.
I apologize for interrupting, Mrs. Always Right. Please continue with your show.
Okay. My show. So we were going to see her brother that lived in Oregon. And Oregon.
There you go, babe. No. Perfect. Perfect.
All right. I don't have to speak Texan anymore. Here on out, I'm saying it my way. So
I appreciate that because that just sounds dumb. Kind of like furniture, right?
What sounds dumb? Oregon or Oregon?
Actually, neither one of those do because I did understand what you were saying. Well, but because you busted on my furniture, okay? That's why. That's why I went there.
Okay.
Anyway. No. That's whoa. No, you're going to your brother's house. I get all that. But no, what were you going to say? That's not even a word?
Oregon is a word.
Oregon is a word, but it's not a state. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
It's a state of mind.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
crazy.
Kinda.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, so we're going on vacation, right?
Oh, vacation. Okay.
No, we really are going on vacation. Oh my God. It was so much fun. I remember I was 12 years old, right? I get to fly.
How many boyfriends do you have by then?
At 12? None.
Oh, wow.
No, hell no. Hell no. If we wasn't playing baseball or football, what the fuck were boys for? Get away from me. So anyway, we get ready to go on this vacation. And I think we're going up there for like a week or two, probably 2 weeks, because I think we were up there for about a week. And my dad must have been driving a truck, or maybe he drove up there later because we drove back with him. And that's when we went to Disney.
But at least you got to go.
Oh my God. We had so much fun because it turns out my uncle that was up there, they actually owned a theater.
A theater?
A theater. And so they had older kids, older than I was, able to drive and everything like that. So we got to drive to the theater every day. What?
What pops into my head when you say that
Yes.
is family vacation when they get to cousin Eddie's house.
Yeah.
And she's all like, let's go party. Or no, it was Vegas vacation.
Mm-hmm.
And she takes her out. Anyway, they were old enough to drive and take you out to do bad things. Anyway, go ahead. My bad.
No, we didn't do bad things. We
No,
went to
I
the
bet you
movie
would have.
theater, and we had like the whole theater to ourselves. It was
a movie theater?
Yes. It was but it was an old one.
Did you go in the
know?
projection room?
I mean, I probably did.
That
I
would
don't
be the
remember.
only reason to go to a theater with nobody in it, is to go into the projection room.
It was so cool. And I remember, because it was summertime down here, we took shorts and short sleeves and all that other stuff, right? Texas, summer, it's hot. We go to Oregon. We have to buy jackets and long
Where'd you go?
pants. Oregon.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Anyway, we have to buy jackets and pants and long sleeve shirts. Yes, because apparently at nighttime, even when it's 130 down here in Texas, it's like 40.
Baby, it's right next to the North Pole.
Yes, that's exactly where it is.
Right?
Absolutely.
Oregon is right next to the North Pole.
Oregon and the North Pole are connected. Yes, but we had so much fun. But that was, that was a vacation too. But I really enjoyed it.
I get that, right?
But like I said, it didn't happen
You've never
all
been
the
to
time.
Oregon, right?
I had never been.
And even though that was a
I had
trip to
never
see
even
family,
flown.
right? So to you, that's the first time experience. That was a vacation.
Yes.
When we moved to where we live in the city, in the area we live now,
Mm-hmm.
and made those trips back to the area I used to live there. It's not a fucking vacation. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I mean, I get
It's
it.
not.
I don't know.
You know what it was? It was a fucking 5-hour car ride in the car with my fucking sister and my fucking mother. Okay?
Wow.
Yes. And I love my mom very much. Okay?
Okay.
But I'm just saying, 5 hours in a car with my mom, and then it would get dark, and it would be in her. I can't see. Oh, I'm getting glare on my glass, and I'm like the whole time I'm thinking we're gonna fucking die.
We're
Right?
gonna
We're
die.
gonna die.
We're gonna die. We're all gonna die. Okay, well, apparently I rip my kids off every year because we went technically on a 2-week vacation where we went to in-laws that lived here in Texas, but way out East Texas in the middle of nowhere. And we stayed there for close to a week. And then we would go down to my sister's house and stay for about a week. And I mean, they're long drives. But
Well,
I mean,
I think
we did that every single year, but they really enjoyed it because, you've been to my sister's house.
sure.
Deer.
Oh dear.
And they had them little, it starts with a K. The
Kangaroos,
no, they're not like kangaroos.
kayaks.
They're kind of like cucamongas. What are they called?
What the fuck? Cayman.
No, they're not lizards.
Lizards are cayman or like alligators.
Okay, they're not like that.
Then
These
I have
are like
no
little
fucking idea
they're
what you're
like
talking about.
A spider monkey type thing. It starts with a K. I can't remember.
Oh, awesome, great. Just keep
but
fucking up the show trying to figure that out.
But she had those, and they have all kinds of animals, horses and everything, and the kids loved it. We wouldn't go anywhere.
Well, that's sort of like going to a petting zoo, okay? I mean, that's like doing,
I guess
that's like
so.
doing something. You
Yeah.
weren't at my mean grandma's getting your hair cut off, okay? And then had to sit in a corner for doing nothing wrong at all, even when they had a pool, and you can't go to the pool unless the adults are out there, and you're like, but I'm 30. Why can't I swim on my own?
Yeah.
I'm just
Now,
kidding.
she
After my teenage years, I never went back.
Aw.
Don't all me. I'm good.
You're
I'm
good.
good.
Good about it.
I'm good.
Good about it. Okay, so we've taken vacations as adults. I've taken.
You mean you and me together, or
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
right?
And I've taken my kids apparently on gypped vacations or whatever.
It depends on how they look at it. I don't see it. I don't see it as what I experienced personally
Mm-hmm.
as a vacation,
Okay. All right. Well.
because it was either trips to Houston to see mean grandma, okay, or trips to
Grandma.
Louisiana to see that was great grandparents
Oh, okay.
out New
You got
Iberia.
to see great grandparents. I
At one
take
point,
that back. I can remember one time seeing my mother's grandmother, which would be my great grandmother.
Okay.
But I was very young, but I can kind of remember it. But she passed away. I had
Like
to be
the next day.
probably. She's
Yeah.
like, God, you brought this child to see me? What the
Demon
hell?
child. Demon child.
Demon child.
No, at one point there was 5 generations alive on my dad's side.
Wow.
Well, I say my dad, the guy who donated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You're donating.
I shouldn't say that. I mean,
No, you love.
I don't think he knew even how to even remotely be a dad.
Because
just
he
like
was probably
every-
never held
like-
responsible enough
Well,
to
no,
do that.
like 8 times in my childhood, he'd show up and be like, "Yeah, I'm here," and it's so weird. And not to get off the fucking vacation thing,
No,
man. And we only
it's
got a couple
fine.
minutes anyway, but he'd show up, and it's like, I remember as a child, as a young
Mhm.
child, so happy to see my dad. 'Cause I never got to see the motherfucker, right?
Right.
And then you get a little older and you realize that now I know why I didn't get to see you, right? What was, he was just incapable of it. And
Incapable, or he didn't care. He had his own life going on
maybe.
that he just didn't always feel that he had time for you.
I don't know. And I know the shitty thing is,
Mhm.
and here's what pisses me off is when he died, right? I was living in Illinois. And when he died, and so I drive all the way my happy ass to Texas in a piece of shit car, mind you, with no fucking air, and that's a fucking whole nother story in itself.
But you got down here. Now, how long a drive is that from Chicago
it's fucking
to
14
here?
hours. Oh, and it wasn't here. He was in somewhere
Down by
else.
Houston.
Yeah. Oh, it was a trip. Okay.
Okay.
I didn't
okay.
get to stop here to take a nap.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah,
That's
but
good.
it kind of pissed me off, right? Because I went to the funeral and I was like, I didn't feel nothing until I saw him in the coffin, and then I got upset, which pissed me off because I didn't think he deserved to be upset. I didn't
Well,
think he deserved for me to be upset over that,
I mean, but whether you spent
So that was a
time-
vacation.
Now, when you come down here for the funeral, you just came down for the funeral, stayed a day or two, and then went back
No,
to where
No,
you're
I
like,
said, fuck it.
not going back.
done. Yeah,
Okay.
if I'm coming down here that long, I'm staying.
Okay.
So I packed up my shitty ass fucking Trans Am and drove it down here.
Did you pick up lots of chicks on your way in?
No, because the
that
car was stuffed with everything I was fucking owned.
Wow.
And it wasn't that kind of Trans Am. It was a pretty ratty Trans Am.
It's what you could afford at the time.
Yeah, you know why? We had this conversation at the beginning of the show, too.
We did.
We did.
We did. Yes. So that's why you didn't.
But my vacations with you have been great. I mean, really, they've been great. Those have been vacations to me.
But
And us,
but we don't do it every year.
no, because we've been
We
not
have
syn-
other
not synced
responsibilities.
up lately, right?
Well, we have other responsibilities.
But last year,
know.
or last year, we took the trip to Arkansas,
We did.
and I enjoyed that. That was a vacation,
Okay. All right. Even though it was only 4 days,
baby.
Whatever it was.
Anytime you're out in the middle of a fucking tornado, not giving a fuck about the world,
Yeah.
great time. That was a great time.
It was fun. It was fun. It was a beautiful, beautiful place. It was technically a state park. Am I correct?
You're talking about Diamonds
national
or Mina?
park?
Mina, I think, is a national forest.
National forest. I
Yes.
knew it was. I knew it was something. It wasn't
It-
just a
yeah.
place to go.
And being up in the mountains, riding like that in the mountains, that was a great time.
It was very fun. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, so I ripped my kids off. I was thinking I was taking them on what I considered a vacation because I personally considered it a vacation.
It was a getaway for you, I know, because you didn't have to tend to the house.
And
you
then
know?
all the kids could entertain themselves
But here's the thing about vacations though, and my mom being a single mom, I think she did what she could. And it's, her and I have talked, and it was always, if she had time, she didn't have the money, and if she didn't have money, she had the time.
Oh, yeah.
And those
I
two
mean,
things can never co. And I don't blame her for none of that at all. I think she did everything she could do, to be
Right.
honest with you.
Oh, I'm
But-
sure.
Oh, yeah.
It's not easy raising children by
Especially as bad as
yourself.
I was.
Oh my God, you were a hellion. I am so glad. One, you weren't my child
You're
because I would
right.
probably have killed
You
you.
wouldn't have.
Or two, I'm glad we never had children together. Only because they would have been like you.
You don't know that.
And I would have had to choke the living shit out of
I would
them.
like to
I'm
think
just kidding.
that if you and I would have ever had children together, they would have got the best part of our marriage, which is you.
Oh, that's sweet.
It's true.
Checks in the mail.
I ain't even trying to pay you for that. It's true. You are the best part of our marriage. I am a shitty fucking person.
You really are not a shitty person like you think. Now, you used to be.
I've done some.
And one of your friends, we actually went to dinner, a week ago with your friend?
Yeah.
And he reminded you that you used to be a piece of shit. More than once.
Every now and then. All right. I have friends that remind me the same thing. Okay. And you know him too. Okay.
Okay. I'm not saying you've done shitty things. I mean, I guess you have, but you're but I feel when this guy first knew you, you were already single.
Yes.
Living your best whore life at the time.
Trying.
And, probably not making the best decisions or anything like that.
I have been known on occasion to definitely not make the best decisions.
So, but to see where you are now
right.
versus where you were then,
right.
That's why he said, man,
they know who's responsible for that.
But I don't feel I am. I feel that you've actually grown up as a person. And not
really.
You have your moments.
I do.
But I guess we all do.
Moments. They're great moments.
They're moments, that's for sure. Just growing older and maturing makes you a different person.
Yeah, not being able to walk as good as I used to. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that changes you.
Yeah, that's true.
Real quick, and it's the end of the show.
Okay.
I would just like to say to my uncle, rest in peace. Served his country, passed away a couple of days. Great guy. I'm thinking of my family. Right. I'm not trying to bring sad into it.
People, no.
But I just want to mention him out loud. I mean, he was a Vietnam vet. He was a good guy. My dad's brother, totally different than my dad. Totally different. Knew his kids, knew who they were,
Yes.
Probably not the best person at times. My whole family has those issues, okay?
What family doesn't?
Yeah, this one's a little weird, but hey, we appreciate you listening. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or want to send her another symbol monkey, please email us at meandmrsalwaysright@gmail.com. All complaints will go to Trevor the intern.
Yes, you can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube.
Help support this podcast by becoming a Patreon member at Patreon.com/meandmrsalwaysright, where you get pre and post show content right along with unedited episodes. Are you loving him?
He's so fucking cute. I just want to thank our listener again.
Patreon member.
Yes, but he's still a listener.
Who listens? You're right.
Thank you again. I fucking love him. He's adorable.
Awesome.
And he's actually, for right now, till I find where he's going to go permanently, he's actually on the stove cover that I have, and I have him sitting there.
Okay.
And anyway, he's so cute.
All right, baby. I love you.
Okay, well, I love you too.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Merle.